You like that? You like that? Sorry,
I don't know. I don't know what he's going off about as he starts the show, but folks, it's MCP. It's your boy Zach McAdoo. It's Kevin Capstick. Always pointing the wrong way here because I can't do that right. But why start the show off like that?
Why? It's another Tuesday. That's why. I'm going to start a new thing that every single day we start a podcast, I am going to start out with some kind of inspirational, memorable sports saying, speech, something like that, and now it's you like that.
You gotta
like
scream
that?
over my folks. I start the show
like
every time I host a show. I do folks, whether it's this, whether it's the whether it's Burt Rubber Racing or whatever. I always start out with folks, and you're gonna just cut me off. Okay, yeah, no.
You like that?
But
you like that?
Anyways, it's a new. Okay, so I changed up the show name. It's now MCP instead of MCS. I think the McAdoo Capstick podcast goes better for along the lines of MVP because MVPs last forever and MBS is not going to last that long. Sorry, but I think it's better for the long run.
I agree.
But anyways, Kevin, how you doing today? How are those kids?
Great. I have 3 more days with them, and then I don't see them for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're happy about that. I know.
I
also heard you enjoyed night 1 of WreslteMania.
I did enjoy night 1 of WreslteMania. It was pretty good, not gonna lie.
It was a good lead.
Oh, okay, actually, like night 1 kind of WreslteMania kind of sucked. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Night 1 kind of sucked.
No,
the first 4 matches were really bad. My night, though, in general, my night was good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go into details because I know.
You can go into details.
No, we're not.
No. Is your refrigerator running? That's pretty funny. Like.
No, you didn't even say.
Come
that.
on.
You didn't even say that. You just for a full 30 seconds you just stood there with the phone.
Have you ever had because Grace's brother wanted me to say the joke. Have you ever had rabbit beer?
Rabbit's beer?
Rabbit beer. Yes,
No.
Rabbits. Well, it's hopping. That's what he wanted me to say. But I could not. I could not for the life of me say anything at that point. Like, I couldn't. And I was just. Whoo.
I laughed. I was sitting there audibly laughing at how stupid you were because of it.
I couldn't. Like, I was. It was a long night. Sunday was a little hard, but
yeah. Then you complained to me about how long WrestleMania Night 2 was gonna be. Okay, but anyways, let's get into this. I enjoyed WrestleMania. This is, I think, WWE absolutely hit the nail on the head for the first time in a long time at that pay-per-view.
Yeah, I do have to agree. It was one of the best WrestleManias in the past several years. I can say that confidently. The match cards, the cards were good. The matches were good. There were some unexpected moments throughout the night, throughout both nights, and unexpected winners too. Like it, yeah. We came through, and I didn't even write down my predictions, but I only hit on a couple of them. There wasn't that many that I actually was like, "Oh, you." I was 4-10.
Yeah, I think I went one. I think I had one win on night 2.
Wow.
I was sitting there going, "Holy shit," because I didn't know I did that bad. Well,
you went 4-10, or did I go 4-10?
I went 4-10. I didn't.
Wow.
Yeah, because I didn't think Rousey would lose. Because you figure she's coming back. Why would she be brought back just to lose? So I took that. Mm-hmm. I didn't think Austin Theory would take a loss the way he did. Because I figured Pat McAfee's part, it's gonna be a one-off. He's gonna get his moment. He might get a pun in, and he didn't even get that, which that pissed me off more than anything. Like, it's Pat McAfee. Let him get one punt in successfully.
Yeah, that did. I guess I had Pat. I think I had Pat winning.
Yeah, you
and I don't know if that loss really does anything for Austin Theory in the long run.
It would not. It would not have. But I think the fact that Pat McAfee lost to, Vince McMahon in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
After the match, which that was one of the dumbest. I understand you're trying to bookend it, get the can make the connections to bring out Austin again, but was it worth it? That's my question.
Definitely not doing another match. I would have liked the fact of him jumping in the ring, beating the crap out of McAfee, but I guess the second match was unnecessary. The second match was a little unnecessary. I don't know where you want to transition to next to, but one match that I actually... Okay, yeah, go through the matches.
I'm going to pull up the match list, trying to find it. All right, so the Usos defeated Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. So I think this is the point where remember how I told you last week?
Yep.
If the Usos win, you will see Roman Reigns retain.
Yep.
If Boogs and Nakamura win, you will see Lesnar walk out with both titles. Not for a little bit of foreshadowing, but I'm going to say I was right here, but I still went 0-2 in both matches.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre defeated Happy Corbin. McIntyre was minus 1,000 odds here.
Yeah, that wasn't happening.
Which I don't know. One thing that I thought the match was great, right when and everything. Even the ropes breaking there with the sword, that was amazing.
Yeah, that was. I liked, especially because you see, I think it's kind of corny and unrealistic. I mean, he has a sword. Is he actually gonna hit someone with a sword? No. But I found it actually pretty cool that he swung it and it actually broke the ropes. Like that moment to me felt real.
Yeah, more realistic.
Yes. But can we talk about Friday night? About what he said about his mom? That was insane.
I didn't hear it.
Oh my gosh. So the sword is called I believe it's Angut. No. Or what's the sword's name? Whatever. The sword's named after his mom. Drew McIntyre's mom, who passed away. And
one of the WWE 24s. I don't remember which one it was.
But so he named it after her, and basically Angela. And what Happy Corbin said was, yeah, you know what's in common? I'm just gonna sum it up. I don't know how to exactly, but he was like, you know what the two things that are in common right now? Well, Roman lost his sword and his mom. Like, I know. Like, what? Friday, I was like, oh my god, is that like cross? They had to ask him, right? You can't just come out on live TV and say that about someone's mom. Like,
I mean, they didn't. Ooh. If you go back to 2015, they didn't tell Charlotte that they were going to use Reed Flair in that promo. I think so. They could very well have not told them. But also back to Friday, I'm glad you brought up this point. I jokingly said that Madcap Moss was going to win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, which that's another thing we can get into later. Sorry, and he won. I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" I jokingly meant that he was gonna win. I was like, in my head, I was like, "There's no way in hell he's winning this."
And that's actually good booking. That's good booking by the WWE. Like, that's a young up and coming superstar who.
If he stays Madcap Moss, he's gonna sit there and joke around all day.
Okay, I think his character's gonna change eventually. I think him and Happy Corbin aren't gonna last for very long, much longer together. But I think that could give him a running for a possible singles run. Probably not anything serious, a mid-carder. But I think it's decent booking instead of having. I don't even know who else you could think of right now. Someone who's been around who just has been useless in WWE for the past several years. There's not that many that are left, but there's a couple.
Yeah, they seem to get rid of a lot of people, and I'm sure. I going to joke about someone, and someone's getting cut soon. Oh, Ezekiel.
Oh, Ezekiel. That was an interesting segment. Unnecessary, almost. Like it was kind of stupid. I mean, it was funny, but it didn't really lead to anything. They could have introduced him in any other way.
It was dumb.
I mean, there's several other ways they could have done it. But we want to move on. We said we talked about those 2 matches. So what's next on the
Miz and Logan Paul. This is what I took a fall on. I did not see why. What's the point of giving the Miz and Logan Paul the win here besides giving Miz that WrestleMania moment of giving the skull crushing finale to Logan Paul. Like, what's the payoff there? I don't understand.
I like it because I'm a Miz fan, and Miz, when he was with Morrison a year ago, they did not win any matches. They were not winning matches at all. And the Miz, I think, is a big superstar in WWE and can do a lot of things. He's one of the best on the mics, and I like the fact they gave him a win. Rey Mysterio's had plenty of moments throughout his career, and Dominic is very, very young, so he will have moments and continue to have moments. Will we see Logan Paul in a wrestling ring again? Maybe. It's likely. He's young. He's very athletic. Do I want to see him in a ring again? No. But I think it's likely. It's a possibility. I watched his podcast. I don't watch his podcast, but I follow it on TikTok, and he said he didn't really practice anything. I don't know if that's just him being him, but he said when he hit the Three Amigos, he didn't practice doing any suplex. Again, don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, like, that's just totally putting a joke on WWE and the sport of wrestling. Yeah, so if that's the fact, if that's the case, then but either way, I don't see them bringing him back. I don't think it's necessary right now. No one really cares for Logan Paul in the world. There's not that many people who actually care.
I think Antonio Brown's one of his biggest fans.
Yes, and that was very weird. That
one of the best diss tracks ever, if not the best.
Oh my gosh.
Bianca Belair defeated Becky Lynch. This is one I actually got right. I was happy.
That was easy booking by WWE.
I don't like Bianca Belair though. I just get behind her.
I agree with that. It's someone, and I'm like this with a lot of things. I was just talking yesterday about songs. When you listen to the radio, there's some songs they play on the radio and they just like shove it down your throat. And I don't like those kind of songs that you hear on the radio. They're overplayed, and that's kind of how
things jump down your throat.
That's kind of funny. But that's how Bianca Belair was. They just like gave her to us, and like we had no choice but to like her, and they pushed her to the moon, which is good for her. But I'm just being forced to like her, and I don't do that. I don't do that very well, and that's why I have such huge complaints with John Cena. Like, I've never liked John Cena.
Fuck you. Oh crap. That was a slip up word that we're not supposed to say in this show. I honestly, she is a former Marine. I'm trying to get behind her because you know how much I went out. Like, that's why I'm a big Free Profit fan. But there's something about her I'm not get behind. I just don't.
Yeah. Her whole gimmick is about her hair, which is just kind of weird. Like, is that really all you can come up with? Is your really long hair?
Well, she has that and ESP. Like, she's the fastest, strongest. Maybe that's it. Like, I don't like how boastful she is. Like, be more humble. But
that's fair. That's fair.
I don't know. But we'll get more into gimmicks about more people I don't like. Get later. What was next? But that was actually the one I got right. Cody Rhodes versus Seth freaking Rollins. I mean, I picked this one even though Cody Rhodes wasn't then until when he came out. I'm glad they kept everything that he had at AEW, his ring attire, the soundtrack, and everything was the same. It's the same Cody Rhodes that they packaged in AEW, and it came out as the first thing he said last night. So what do you guys want to talk about? He knew.
Which is really fun, and I'm happy that he didn't get into it like that, because that's something that, as a wrestling fan in general, that's gonna be deep and it's gonna be ugly, because if that gets that kind of if that kind of talk gets into WWE, it's already in AEW. So imagine the lengths that AEW can go to if Cody Rhodes gets into it and starts talking, and all the things in the background that I've heard, it's all positive things about AEW. It's so I don't know. I'm very intrigued going forward. What if he's gonna say about AEW? I mean, there's no way he is gonna be a weekly performer. There's no way that he's not going to say something, stir the pot. But no, I'm very excited that him being in WWE now.
He booked himself into a corner, and when I read this, why he moved to WWE, I was like, yeah, this makes sense. He booked himself into a corner within the first year of AEW because he said if he lost an AEW World Championship match, he was not getting another shot ever.
Yeah.
So, what is that? Where does he go from there? He's going to be a TNT champion? No, he's got to move on, and it's where
yeah. And I definitely like the fact his promo was very emotional, and I'm happy that it was directed towards his father. Like, that to me is a real promo, and that has drive and like actual like a dream behind it. So that coming true for him in a way, because it's not going to come true in the way that he wanted it to 7-8 years ago, but definitely something that it's real, and you can see that it's real. So it's definitely an interesting storyline.
Yeah,
I do like the Seth Rollins stuff. If they keep Seth Rollins Cody Rhodes feud going on for a little bit longer, like, how can those matches not be great?
I mean, yeah, go back to WreslteManina. That match was tonight one.
Absolutely, yeah.
Then we had Charlotte Flair defeating Ronda Rousey. Again, I was mad for two reasons. Well, yes, I'm a big biased Ronda Rousey fan here. Of course, I'm gonna be mad that she loses. Like, but I'm so freaking tired of the ref getting knocked down. Oh, we have a magical tap, or shaking tapping really, and then the person loses. Like, really.
Yeah,
how old
like that should not be happening at WrestleMania. There's other times for that, and it should not be happening at WrestleMania.
Like, the other thing though, like, why are we? Why are refs still falling down like this after like little moves like that? These women can take bumps like that, but the refs can't. Like,
that's a fair
no one
point.
else see a problem
That's
with
a fair point. That's a fair point.
And then the match, I knew it once I heard that this was the main event. This was closing on in KO versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, how can you not know that? Like, there's a reason why this was going to be. And WWE made this fairly obvious.
You're gonna have to take on this one because I was too far gone at this point to know what happened in that match.
Now, so not a lot happened. Like, it was Stone Cold taking over. Like, he looked rusty at first, and then he got a couple beers in him, and then he looked like normal. I mean, I don't know what it was, but there's got to be something in the Stone Cold brew that something changed, and he became an old Stone Cold again. But they both hit a stunner. They both got moves in, but it was probably 67% Stone Cold for the most part. So it was definitely enjoyable. As a Stone Cold fan, this one I got a little misty when I'm asked it because I've always wanted to see Stone Cold fight, and the first time I got to see him live.
It's definitely something that, as younger WWE fans, it's fun to see a legend like that come back. And it wasn't it wasn't like the Vince fight. It was it was a decently long match that went outside the box and it went through the crowd, I believe.
Yeah, it lasted 14 minutes.
Yeah, that's a decent match for someone who hasn't been in the ring for 19 years. I think they said.
Yeah. 2003, running 19.
Yeah, so that's good for all fans in general, and Kevin Owens seemed as if, even though he took the L, I mean that's still a moment that only one person in WWE history has, and that's that. So that's meaningful for someone like him.
Okay, then we have night 2, and this is where I think. Let's see. Yeah, I only picked. Oh, I guess that. They have 1 or 2. I thought I picked Bobby Lashley, but I'll have to go back and look. But RK Bro defeats Street Profits in Alpha Academy. I was surprised to see that the RK Bro didn't break up here. They are going to break up at some point because this is what he always does. But I got one thing I want to happen.
They're so over. Oh my gosh, they're liked so much by all the fans. Did you see the reaction after they won the titles? It was not won the title, won the match. So over by the fans. The moment afterwards, corny. I don't know. Like, again, you're shoving this guy down my throat. Like, I don't like that. I know you're laughing, but like, I want someone to naturally impress me, not being forcefully, here he is, here he is, here he is. Like, I want to be proven to, and that's just not how sometimes everybody does it.
Yeah, I just like I took the Street Profits for that one. I did not think that RK Bro was going to get it back, but here they are. And then we have Bobby Lashley and Omos. I picked Bobby Lashley. I don't know why. Probably because he was coming off an injury. They still wanted to be that big guy who could go for the WWE title. And he ended up beating Omos in under 7 minutes. Probably not for the best. But then again, Omos probably can't go that long because he's a bigger dude.
Yes, he is.
No comment besides this.
No, I have nothing to say. This match was just added to me. It was just...
Okay. And then, probably the match of night 2, you're going to say, like, Johnny Knoxville defeats Sami Zayn in the Anything Goes match.
I like the idea that this is the match of the night. That match... Wow, was that match entertaining. That was an entertaining, fun match to watch. That, and I haven't watched any Jackass movies, but like that was fun. That was entertaining.
You and I are changing that at some point.
I think I want to sit next to you for 2 hours, though.
It's going to be more like 8 because you have 1, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5 forever. It's happening. You are watching all. Let's see.
No, I'll watch 1.
You are what?
I'll watch
you're
1.
You're watching all 6. Every moment, including the disgusting parts. You and I are watching this at some point.
Okay, well, give me your
I'm not
Paramount account.
I'm not giving you my Paramount.
And then I can make sure I watch them. That's not an issue. I will solve that problem for you.
I'm not giving you my
fast.
Paramount. I'm not giving you my Paramount.
Is it your Gmail email? Because if so, I can figure out your password. That was a great match. It was fun. I like the moments, and just in general, Sami Zayn's a really good storyteller. Overall, I think he has just so much. As a wrestler, he can do so much in the ring, and he can make anyone look good in there, and that's what. And Johnny Knoxville was taking some bumps too, serious bumps too. Suplex, he got thrown in a table. He was taking some bumps, and good for him.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for Sami Zayn though, he's got he gets WrestleMania moment, but at the same time he's to a celebrity.
Yeah,
it's kind of.
and he's been down in the water for a while, since he came back. Honestly, he came back after COVID, and he's one of the best performers in the world, and he's getting treated as a comedy act, which just kind of stinks for him.
I mean, the way he looks like Fidel Castro, so I mean that doesn't really help him. I'm not.
No, but he could easily change that. I mean, look at the way he came into WWE. He didn't look anything like that.
No, not. But the fact that I don't know if it's by his doing or WWE's doing, something needs to change with that. Because it looks dumb.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me you want him to look like a Cuban dictator? Like, come on now. Now, like the moment of the night and probably the moment since Seth Rollins won Money in the Bank, but cashed in Money in the Bank in WrestleMania, and body slamming Sami Zayn. Like, come on, like how? 35 years since Hogan to Andre the Giant. This is up there with that. Come on.
Oh man, that moment in general, that like how I don't even want to. I can't sometimes with WWE.
It was amazing. Okay, then we have the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. I really was not paying attention to this one because I think I hate Fatal 4-Ways Fatal 4-Way Tag Team matches. I hate Triple Threat. Like, I really didn't pay attention to RK-Bro until the replay showed like the RKOs off the top and whatnot.
Yeah, and it's hard for the match was just kind of hard in general. You had a team of Shayna Baszler and Natalya who I don't remember Natalya being in the ring at all during that match. And Natalya, and I feel for Natalya, she had a run with the title, tag team title this year with what's her name, her old tag team partner, but I feel like she deserves more in WWE. Honestly, she's a part of a very legendary family, and she's been around for a long time in WWE. And the fact that she's being put into a tag team that was just kind of like put together, and she's not even in the ring of any part of the WrestleMania. Like, she went through it all.
I think she was. I just don't remember when. Like, I can't name a part.
She was in the ring, but I don't know if she was legal in the ring. Like, because it got crazy. It's a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team. It got crazy. So she definitely was in the ring during one of those moments where everyone hits their finisher. Like, she was in there for that moment, but I don't know if she was legal in the ring. I don't know if she fought someone one-on-one. Like, and that goes into the point where you made the Fatal 4-Way. That's just, I mean, it's hard to do a good Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. I mean, it's just hard. And especially when you have mid-card wrestlers who, a mid-card women's tag team match, which WWE doesn't do anything with tag team, let alone women's tag team. So, like, this is just, if there's a filler match to say that tonight, this is the filler match, which is sad to say, because I think the potential could be really good for a women's division tag team. It's just not the focus of WWE.
Yeah. And the longest match of the two nights, Edge beating AJ Styles. It wasn't the match of the night. It was a good match, but the pacing of it was slow, and I think it's what hurt it.
And the ending sucked too. Like, what? I like the idea. I heard that Edge might be starting a faction. I like the idea of Edge having a faction. But why did the match have to come down to that's how AJ Styles loses? Like, that match could have been really, really good. It didn't turn out the way we all hoped for. But if it was really, really good and it ended like the way it did, like, that's a letdown. Like, that's... Again, it's lazy booking by WWE. You could introduce that faction any way you wanted. But again, it's a WrestleMania. Things like that shouldn't happen.
It's on the table. I don't think it's a bad idea to book it. I don't think it's lazy booking either, because it's a creative way introduce the faction, but I can see
cheap.
I was about to say I can see why you're mad because you're an AJ Styles fan. It's not really you want to see a clean win.
Exactly. Like, and I wouldn't have cared if AJ Styles lost. It's just the way he lost. That's what it is. It was just a cheap win that doesn't credit the performance that's going on in the ring. And you could say the same thing that happened with the SmackDown Women's Champion match too. Like the way that ended, that didn't credit the two women who just fought in that match. And it was ended by. It would have ended a different way if the ref wasn't knocked out. So again, it's just the credit in the ring. WrestleMania should be the time to show the best, have clean matches, and have the best wrestlers in the world go head to head, and not have endings like that. And there are only two, which I guess give credit for WWE having two nights, and only two of them were like that. But I mean, yeah, and then that leads us to the last match.
Now we have like 4 more. So I didn't see this match. I was actually driving to work when this match happened because I left immediately after the AJ Styles Edge match. And by the time I got here, it was already over. It's like, oh, I don't care.
Because no one cared about this match.
Yeah, so we can skip it. Austin Theory.
The day it was supposed to.
Yeah, Austin Theory versus Pat McAfee. And if this match went longer, I think you can give it like another match of the night, or match of the pay-per-view.
Yes.
Quality, but under 10 minutes, it's hard to give it that part. But Pat McAfee, with the entrance of the two nights, that whole arena was hype for Pat coming out. Like,
and they continued that the next day too. On Monday, you could hear them in the arena singing the Seven Nation Army song. Like that was a moment. That was a moment. Imagine being Pat McAfee, just doing what he loves to do as a commentator, and then being asked to perform, and having 70-something thousand people cheer for you. You were a punter in the NFL, and you made yourself into arguably the best commentator in WWE right now, and you have a WrestleMania moment like that, and his night didn't even stop there. Like, I think his entrance was one thing, but I think what happened after the match he was more excited about than what the match itself was. I think he had more exciting moments after that, but we can talk about
I'm going to skip over that. Pat McAfee beat Austin Theory. That's where the night ended there. Stone Cold came out and tried to stunner Vince McMahon, but I don't know what the hell happened there.
Oh, man. Both his knees broke again.
Yeah, that was a mistake. And then Pat McAfee ended his night by celebrating with a beer with Stone Cold.
I think one of the best moments of the night. That was amazing. That stunner, the beer coming out, amazing. I liked that moment a lot.
Hold on, where is it? But this was amazing to me, and I audibly laughed when I saw it. When this was on here.
Oh yeah, it looked like he tore both his quads again.
This.
Oh, that
clip of him drinking beer. Like I was there trying not to laugh. Like I was laughing so hard. Like I almost had tears in my eyes. It was so funny. Like, oh my god.
And I didn't watch that match Sunday night. I couldn't. So I watched it Monday, but it was still a good match. Those last two matches I had to watch for sure.
But you know how the night ended, right?
Yeah. I don't mind it. I don't. I just don't know who's gonna be next. Like who possibly is next.
Yeah, in my writing I was like, who else is gonna be he's gonna want to end the 500. It was 86. I think it was 580 something day, and it was 570 when I looked it up for it first. Someone's got to end it. It's got to be Brock, right? Because at least then you have a way to get a Roman back against him. But where they go now. I don't know. Roman. The match. I think the match was shorter than what it should have been. I think something they generally thought something happened to Roman's shoulder and tomorrow. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they go from here.
I think your audio got screwed up a little bit.
What? Are you? Hold on. Can you hear me now?
You're better than what you were before.
How about through this again?
No, I think no. Unless my audio got messed up. But I didn't touch anything. Well, I can hear you alright, so... yeah. Oh, that's better. That's better.
Okay. Apparently it just decided not to work for a little bit.
But I don't know. My first thought was, I mean, is it Cody? Is it Cody that does it?
Maybe for the WWE Championship, but something funky is gonna happen, and it's gonna cost Roman to be one of them. I don't know which one. I don't know if
are they gonna be wrestled like that? Or are they gonna be wrestled as one? Because the last time they united the two belts, they were wrestled as one. It wasn't wrestled with two separate belts.
Fox and USA both want their own. So there's no way they're gonna keep unified.
Okay, that's fair.
So, yeah, that was it for WrestleMania. Unless you have anything else you want to add?
No, I think that's all I have to talk about.
Okay, then. Let's get into this, then, but once again, you're rating defending Universal Champion Roman Reigns. Kevin, better acknowledge him.
What?
Better acknowledge.
I'm not acknowledging him. No way. Okay, he's pretty good.
But now it's time for the MLB preview. As I put on my Harper jersey, tell him I can't hear you.
You could take it. You could take it over.
What?
You could take it over.
Oh my God! You have nothing to say for. Okay.
I'm excited for the Red Sox. Go Red Sox.
Kevin is apparently rescinding his Red Sox fandom, but
no, not rescinding, but like go Red Sox. I mean, you kind of okay. Can we take a second and can you stop moving? Okay.
No, I have to fix it.
Stop moving. Show your hats. Thank you, and then can you show your jersey?
Oh, I can't get to it back. Does it say Harper?
Really? Yeah, it says Harper. It's a Philly jersey. Isn't that ridiculous? This guy wearing a Yankees hat and a Phillies jersey. This is who you're listening to right now.
I can't support my favorite player.
This is the podcast. If you're listening, which is probably not that many of you, but this is what the person you're listening to. He's wearing a Yankees hat and
Kevin, we're video only. I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to put it like an answer or something.
Okay, but that's what you're listening and watching is a guy that's wearing a Yankees hat and a Phillies
I can make it worse. Hold on.
I know. Oh man.
Make it all red. We can make it all red. We can make it all red. Is that better, Kevin?
Oh, no, that's not. That's not at all. Like that's opposite. All right, what do you got to say about the new season?
So, opening day is in 2 days. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be. I'm happy we still get 162 games. No 7-inning doubleheaders. Thank God. They might bring back stupid runner on second or extra innings. I'm not a fan of it. I don't know why anyone would be a fan of it. But I guess we can do something here. Actually, I'll bring up my phone. Let's go through the odds. Don't you see, Kevin, of divisions and whatnot?
Yeah, let's do it. I have it open on Caesars right now.
Oh, I was going to go FanDuel.
Yeah, you do. I already have it open because I'm trying to figure out if I want to do some Sabres bets today. I was going to talk about it. Future bets. So the greatest odds right now for the World Series is the Dodgers, plus 475.
Oh, do I have divisions? Division winners, I have it here. So
Yep, right.
the Blue Jays come in at first at plus 170. New York Yankees plus 250 with the Rays at plus 250. Boston Red Sox plus 500 and the Baltimore Orioles at plus 20,000. So I don't know why the Toronto Blue Jays will have the best odds in there. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think they should be that high. I think that it's going to be the Tampa Bay Rays that win the division again. But I think Blue Jays will be a close second. So what's the Rays feel like? Is that we have AL Central. Minus 210 for the Chicago White Sox, plus 490 for the Twins, plus 550 for the Detroit Tigers, plus 2,000 for the Kansas City Royals and Cleveland Guardians. I hate the new name for the Cleveland Guardians, I'm going to be honest with you.
It's all right.
I'm not against betting the Twins there. I'm not.
That division? Yeah, I don't know much about baseball, but I do like the underdog decent odds. I mean,
they're a sleeper team that I think could make it.
Yes, sleeper, absolutely.
Okay, AL West: Houston Astros minus 170, LA Angels plus 380, Mariners plus 450, Rangers plus 2,200, and the Oakland Athletics plus 4,500. If you're betting Oakland Athletics, bring your money. $33 million has been spent on this team. The same amount that's been spent since 1991, I believe, is what they decided. They have not gone up in the payroll. They lost their manager last year. Their manager is gone to San Diego to tell you how to feel about the team. They lost a lot of their starters. Didn't spend a single dollar in free agency. So, I think that for worth. I unfortunately like the Houston Astros with this one. I think it's going to be theirs. Otherwise, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, this is your segment. I do like the Red Sox, but I'm not heavily invested into baseball.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Okay, so NL East. Atlanta Braves plus 125, Mets plus 200, Philadelphia Phillies plus 340, Miami Marlins plus 1,300, and the Washington Nationals plus 4,000. I don't know why why did the Marlins hire the Nationals? But I think if the Mets didn't have as many injuries as they do right now with Scherzer and DeGrom, I think they could make. They probably will be division winners. But right now, I don't know. I still think if it's going to the Braves, I think that Matt Olson will take Atlanta very well. They'll get back to where they were last year and maybe not win the World Series, but definitely they'll make the World Series. Anything to add?
No.
All right, we're going to do this thing.
I told you. That's what I wanted you to do.
Shut up. Okay, so Milwaukee Brewers minus 170, St. Louis Cardinals plus 240, Chicago Cubs plus 1,100, Cincinnati Reds plus 1,600, Pittsburgh Pirates plus 5,000. I'm not against the Cardinals there. I think that they could definitely make a run with Paul Goldschmidt and Nolan Arenado. Definitely lead the charge there. So definitely take a stab at that, and maybe if it hits, it hits. But then we have the NL West, the LA Dodgers minus 230, Pittsburgh Pirates, San Diego Padres, holy crap, plus 350, San Francisco Giants plus 600, Colorado Rockies plus 12,000, and the Arizona Diamondbacks plus 15,000. Yeah, the Dodgers are going to run away with this division. I feel like don't think that the addition of Bob Melvin's going to change anything for the Padres besides maybe get into the postseason for this year. So now we have league winners. I think that for the NL, take a stab at the Dodgers. I think they've got a killer lineup. You're not going to see a better lineup in baseball this year than them. And as far as the American League goes, take a stab at the Rays again. I think they are going to have a strong team again. They definitely know how to play ball with their money ball, and it could be a very tough year. Not very easy, but it's going to be tough to not pick the Rays this year. And then World Series, I don't know. I maybe go with the Dodgers because you know how well they're gonna be, especially with that rotation, especially with, like I said, the lineup earlier. They're gonna go out and trade for who they want and get who they need when it comes to the playoff time, before playoff time really. But going down the stretch, they're gonna go out and get who they need. Anything you want to say to that, Kevin, before we give you this update?
Well, I already put in my future bet on the Red Sox, so there's that for you. So I have them winning the series, and I guess fuck Altuve.
And we posted the effort on this G-rated podcast. There we go.
I don't know who the guy is, but I heard that's what you say. So I'm just gonna.
All right. Well, we'll do this now.
Yeah, we'll do this real fast. The last 3 games, Sabres has 3 points in those games. They won against the Predators in regulation 4-3. They lost. Sorry. They won against the. Oh no, I just pulled it up. Yeah, they won against the Predators 4-3 on Friday. They lost in OT on Wednesday 3-2 against the Jets. And then they won. Sorry, I apologize. Yeah, so the last 3 games they have 3 points. Point against the Jets, 2 points against the Predators, and then a point, and then no points against the Panthers. They lost 5-3. That game was very, very entertaining. On Sunday, the refs kind of screwed the Sabres out, but I can complain about the refs every day. Some of my bets today I put on the Sabres because I placed a bet last week. I placed a bet on Friday that Casey Middle said I was going to get at least 1 power play assist, and it won me $600. So on my Caesar Sports bet today, my bets are for the Sabres. I have a couple of them. I have 4 of them. I have Peyton Krebs being the first goal scorer. Put $100 down on it. If that happens, it's a $1,900 return. I have Vinny Hinostroza to score a goal. I bet $250 on that. Again, I have some money to spend.
What the hell?
No money. And that return is $1,400. And I have 2 Vinny Hinostrozas tonight. Interesting. Well, so if Vinny Hinostroza scores, I'm gonna get paid.
You're not getting paid. It's fake money. You said yourself.
You're right. It is fake money. I gotta figure out a way to. Can I can't delete that now that I already made it. Okay. Well, if Vinny scores, I will win $2,000 on the $350 bet combined. They're facing the Hurricanes tonight. Hurricanes are a really good team. On Sunday when they played, they just were that Panthers team is just out of their league currently, and that's saying a lot, especially with how they've been playing. I don't know if I'm expecting too much out of this game again tonight. They're facing a Hurricanes team that is really good. Some other news: Devin Levi announced that he's going back to college, so he's not going to come pro next year, which is kind of depressing because I was really hoping for a UPL Devin Levi in 2 years. That's really what I was hoping for goalies. But that just kind of pushes Devin Levi back a year, which is fine. And let's pull that up again. I like that idea. So look, there's Carolina right there, first place, probably in the league. How many points they have?
Florida has 102. Florida has 102 points. I believe that's the highest. Oh no, Colorado 104.
104. Okay. But they're up there. So the Sabres have a tough stretch of games remaining. So, but still, they've shown great growth in their young players, and even some of their veterans have been playing really good. Let's see, their last 10. They're 5-2-3. That is 13 points in the last 10 games. for a team that is not amounting to anything. That's good numbers at this point in the season. Let's just scroll down to see what the Nasty Jacks are doing down there. And
what the hell is Nasty Jack?
Nasty Jack, like Nasty Jack Eichel.
Oh,
that guy. Sorry, I said it again. Vegas.
Damn it, Kevin! Come on, get your crap together, man.
So this is a wild card.
Yeah, look at Kevin. Shame him. Admonish him for swearing on this podcast. Say the F word twice.
Hi.
I like to do that. Fun.
So again, is it the first 4 teams make the first 4 wildcard teams? Like, what is this?
No,
what is this?
3.
First
3,
3, 3, and 2. Okay. So I mean, Vegas is holding on. We've been talking the last couple weeks that they're only a couple points ahead of the teams behind them. They're holding on.
They're one point ahead of Dallas.
They're holding on. They're holding on.
And if you think about it as a realistic Sabres fan, who do you want in that spot?
Not Vegas.
You want Dallas, who screwed Buffalo in the Stanley Cup to make the playoffs.
Okay, yeah, that happened months after I was born.
I don't care. I don't want him to
Not even
do well.
months. It was a month. No, that doesn't bother me. That's so old news. We're here and we're hating on Jack. So that's where we are. And but the only thing, yeah, that's not happening. I don't think there's a way for them in the playoffs this year, which makes me really happy.
I'm curious about this, but as far as what am I saying? As far as because it came out today, Ryan Getzlaf, he will be retiring at the end of the year. I've been good. I shouldn't say Getzlaf fan, but like I do like the very good. I'm worried that this also has been tumbling and Jumbo Joe into retirement too. Oh yeah, you see, look at this. Worst goal differential in the league. It is.
Oh man, it's Montreal Canadiens. They stink.
Yeah. Where
are the Sabres in that? In goal differential.
Seven.
Well, there's a big leap there.
Yeah, I mean, they need some.
Well, let's sort the last 10 games. Let's see how they're doing the last 10 games compared to all the other teams in the league. I mean, there's teams up there. I mean, that are expected to be doing what they're doing, and Buffalo is
11th best.
I mean, for a team that's not going to be even close to a playoff position and pushing that that's good for the young core. And not to mention you have that you have these teams coming up who are playoff teams that they're facing. So it's going to be it could be a tough road for the Sabres the next couple of weeks. But as they've proven so far in the month of March and the 2 games in April, they're not a pushover currently. They're not being pushed over by anybody. So, and that's good for a young up and coming team.
Yeah.
Oh, and they have Rick Jeanneret night. Oh my God, they have Rick Jeanneret night. Holy camole! Jack Eichel said that's the loudest I heard that place, and Rick Jeanneret was like, "Hold my beer." Honestly,
I see that meme too, Kevin. Screw off.
And because that arena, man, and someone said it right, and I watched this YouTube guy, the hockey guy. He just reviews the games, and whenever the Sabres have a really good hockey game, I like to go on and see what he has to say. And he said it right. If the Buffalo Sabres become into a winning organization, that nobody is going to want to come play in Buffalo. And that it's proven to be with the Bills. The only thing that's happened with the Bills is that kind of lasted throughout the whole drought. Like, the Bills fans showed up for most of the drought. Unfortunately for the Sabres, it's not that way, which kind of annoys the crap out of me, because if I had the choice and the money, I would be at every single game. That's just how I am as a fan.
As Sabres over the Bills?
Fan. Oh, no. Well, It's a tough one, actually. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a.
My answer, I'm going to tell you straight up, it's going to be the Bills.
Yeah, I know for you, I like watching hockey, though. I love watching hockey. And I will probably call me crazy. I'm gonna pick the Sabres. Go to every single Sabres game. And there's some reason behind that, is because when I'm at the Bills game, I like to check my fantasy teams.
Yeah,
and you can't do that in the stadium.
No,
everything's so slow. So it's a hot take. I understand that, but I would rather be at.
And you're also a little wimp when it comes to the cold, as we learned during the Patriots game.
Oh, dude, it was 2 degrees outside. I don't want to hear it.
It was colder than that. It was minus. The real thing was -6. You saw the 4 of us up in the 300s were fine. You in the 100 section. Yeah, we have to go. We have to go back to our car. I'm cold.
I was cold. The game was over at halftime. Like, what did it matter? I wasn't missing anything. Yeah, maybe I missed Josh Allen's 9th touchdown. Maybe I missed his 9th touchdown, but did it matter? No, I saw the first 8. Doesn't matter.
You need to see them all.
Oh my gosh, no.
Yes,
I have to see them all.
Game.
Because I saw the replay like 4 times afterwards. Are you kidding me? I should watch that game every single time I go to bed. And okay, timeout, something real that all Bills fans gonna have to do before the start of next season. You have to go back and watch that Bills-Chiefs game. I know it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be hard.
I don't know about that.
But you have to
in my
sit
head,
down.
I want to know how long it's going to be before any Bills fans watch that.
I am watching it. I'm putting myself through that before the season starts, because you have to watch that game. You have to step back as a Bills fan and witness the game as a true football fan and just watch it. Watch it, because honestly, you watch the fourth quarter. Don't even watch the fourth quarter. Watch the last 2 minutes of the game. Watch the last 2 minutes of the game, and you will see the best darn athletes in the league play against each other. You step back and you need to see what they did on that football field, and then if you want to watch the whole game, you need to go through and you need to watch that third quarter by the Bills offense. That is why we didn't win the Super Bowl this year, was that third quarter. People could say it's at 13 seconds, but you go back and you watch that third quarter. If Bills put up 3 points in that third quarter, we win that game.
That way you say.
What? If everything, whatever. If they put up that 3 points in the game, we have a Super Bowl parade in Buffalo. The Bengals that week after against the Chiefs, they didn't play good. Neither of those two teams played good. The Bills would have demolished those, and that Super Bowl was underwhelming at best. Bills would have went into that Super Bowl, and we would be having a party, and it wouldn't have stopped. It would still be happening. So you have to sit back and you have to digest what the Bills and Buffalo missed out on, and that is something that I am going to put myself through at least once before the start of kickoff.
I've watched the highlights. I'm not gonna sit down through the whole game. I've seen everything I've wanted to see. And it sucks because.
But that's highlights, though. That's highlights. You have to watch the lowlights of that third quarter. I'm telling you, that third quarter killed the Bills, and that person that killed the Bills is no longer on the team anymore. He is in. He's the coordinator. He's the head coach now of the Giants. He's no longer a part of the organization, and to me, that is eye-opening. And we play that third quarter differently, and they play that third quarter differently.
You're not a part of the team. You're a fan. You're not working for the team.
And they host and they lift up the Super Bowl, the Lombardi Trophy, and there's a championship in the city of Buffalo.
We already have a chance.
Okay. All right. That's my spiel. I'm ready to get out of there now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna end this by saying this. Next Monday, I'm going to attempt. When I said we have a Twitch affiliate, I said before we can get a Twitch affiliate, I would do. You watch the Practice Jokers, right, Kevin?
Yeah.
Well, you remember the punishment where you had to go deliver lunch and dinners for the other 3 Jokers?
Yeah. Are you paying me a dinner next Monday?
No, shut up. That's not what I was getting at.
Oh,
But
shit, okay.
you remember what he had to listen to for 11 hours straight?
No.
You don't remember the drive, like that song?
Yes.
Yeah. So for 11 hours next week, if I can figure everything out, that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be streaming.
Good for you.
I'm going to try. I'm going to hopefully do a on Forza basis for 11 hours really great. But I don't know how it's going to work or not. It's going to be about it. Everything else. But come watch me. It's going to be annoying as hell. And I like it. I'm doing this. I'm going to get stuff more patient. So come watch me. 2 hours. I know it takes a long time. But
I can't hear anything you just said.
oh God! Okay, we're at this. I've been said that before. Are you joking, you asshole? I've been said that. He's been Kevin Catholic. I'm just going to stop.